Welcome to the Serious Shift Blogcast. We have only one question. What does Serious Shift mean to you? To answer that and much more, here's your host, Dennis Moseley-Williams.
Hi, I'm Dennis, and welcome back to the Serious Shift Blogcast. This is going to be a good one today. I'm fired up about this one. I just spoke to an advisor at the end of last week, and we got into talking about how when you own your own business and you're so focused on customer experience, you become really sensitive when you see other businesses dropping the ball when you're the customer. And I said, have I got some feelings on that? And both of us, I can't get into it takes too long, both of us are in the process right now of shopping for a new vehicle. And both of us were like, oh my gosh, could these guys shoot themselves in the foot more willingly? Like, gosh, they're making this hard. And I said, I've been talking about this for a really long time, and we had this great chat, and I said, no, I've written about this. So I went looking for the blog, and I couldn't believe that the blog I'm sharing today I wrote in 2011, 8 years ago. And I read it, and I thought, oh my gosh, that still holds true. That's still powerful and perfect. And way back then, what I wrote about was this idea of how we all get faked out chasing prospects. Do you get faked out chasing prospects versus ignoring your existing clients? Are you aware that there's a 47% chance that your next client, this is if you are a financial advisor, there's a 47% chance that your next client will have some kind of relationship with an existing client? It really makes you wonder, and I'll cite this in a second, A, it is true, so B, where are you spending your time, and are you focusing on experience or service? So this idea of chasing new business, right? It's sexy, it's new, it's exciting. So years ago, I walk into my bank and they have these signs all over the counter, and it says, if you open a new account, we'll give you an iPod or something crazy like that. And I said, well, are you going to give me an iPod? I asked. And they said, no, it's if you open a new account. And I said, well, could I open a new checking account right now? No. It's for new clients. So I said, so you want me to subsidize the iPads or iPods or whatever they were? And they kind of look at each other. I guess it's the first time as frontline staff they ever thought, this is kind of silly, isn't it? It's like, can you imagine how much more business you'd get if I walked in and they said, hey, Dennis, before you go, and they handed me a gift, and the gift was an iPod, and the manager just said, it's just for being a great client. Thanks very much for coming in and being so nice all the time and trusting us with your mortgage, your insurance, your personal accounts, your business accounts, your investments accounts. Here's an iPod. Instead, it's like, hey, stranger, come on in, open a checking account. We'll probably lose money on it, but either way, we're willing to take a chance to give you this gift to get you in because you might be something. They might be something. I am something. Your friend gets the same cell phone, says, oh no, I got the same deal, but all the roaming is included and this is included. I have exactly what you want for $13 a month less. So you call your phone provider. And they say, oh yeah, that's true. We'll give you the same deal, but first you have to renew your contract. Translation, we'd love for you to save money just as soon as you sign this paper and agree to spend more money. That's a game. It's a game. It's a lousy game. It's a cheating game. It's not a generous game. It sucks. Same thing. You get your phone bill and it says, Dear Mr. Moseley-Williams, please note that we've taken $23 off your bill, and the reason is we have a new promotion. We're now putting the same deal out for less, and we want you to have the same thing. And by the way, you don't need to renew. We just love to keep you around. The likelihood I'm going to stick around is more because you've done something for me. You've seen me. You've seen me as a person, and you're treating me like a person instead of a player in a game I don't want to be in. The other week, I'm flying to Toronto. I had to go down for a meeting last week. I'm standing in the airport. I hear my name. Could Dennis Moseley-Williams approach the counter, please? You know what that means? It means I'm going to get an upgrade. You know what happened? I got an upgrade. You know what getting an upgrade means? It means they, in this case being Air Canada, which gets one of these and another one because they look after me. It means Air Canada sees me. They see me. They recognize me and they're saying, hey, Dennis, thanks for the business. I told you there's a 47% chance that your next referral would know one of your existing clients. I said, are you looking at the right people and are you staging the right experience? Now let me say this. I told you I wrote this blog in 2011. To quote Gord Downey, words, if they're good enough, they'll keep like peaches. I go looking for this blog and I find it. I read it, I'm like, oh, this is rich. This is good stuff. And then I find, oh, look at that. The Spectrum Group in 2011, I had cited a study from 2009. And even though it's old now, 10 years, I bet it's still true. So I'm citing, the blog was 2011, the study was 2009, but here it is. I'm going to give you 9 things to do, 9, that'll help you shift from delivering services to staging experiences, to treating people like human beings and getting more referrals. Business is a lot more fun when people come to you and you can spend your time perfecting your offering and your experience and not chasing people around trying to convince them to come in and be a client by giving them some game to play. Here it is. There's 9. Ready? Number 1. It begins on the inside. Treat every single person who works for you with love and kindness and respect so that they love working for you. Okay? It comes through. Every client you have feels it. Trust me. Number 2. Work with an ideal client profile and communicate it to your clients. Communicate it. Explain the reason you have it. Explain that you're not all things to all people. Explain that it's completely understandable and reasonable that not everybody would want it the way you do it. That you're very special in your approach. By extension, so are your clients. Make sure they know that. Okay, number 3. Don't ever let a customer check in at your office. Ever. Think about how many minutes you spend in front of your clients FaceTiming with them. Not FaceTiming the phone. FaceTime. In their same room, looking right at them. It adds up to minutes a year. If they're lucky, 120 minutes, 2 hours. Now divide that into how much you pay their fees. And I know you're thinking, yeah, but I'm always working for them. I'm phoning them. I'm checking in. Nothing is as important as when they're in your presence. It is in your enlightened self-interest to stage experiences where your clients can experience you. And you should turn your review meeting into an event, okay? They shouldn't check in. You should receive them like it's a 4-star hotel. Meet them in the lobby and walk them in. I've talked about this in my talks clearly since at least 2011. Spend the appropriate amount of time with the right clients. The 80-20 rule will play out. My entire business, 80% of my time is managing 50 relationships. 20% of my time is chasing people around or chasing them down to get them to do what they said they were going to do or make the introduction or whatever. I don't take that stuff personally. That's the slow nature of prospecting and building a relationship. It takes a hell of a long time. But your existing clients, I've literally turned mine into an army of ambassadors and advocates, and you can too. It's really not hard. I'm telling you how to do it. Number 6 is always leave a profit. Give your clients a gift. Just something that's small and appropriate. I would avoid like death, company trinkets. I don't want to build anybody's brand but my own, and what I want to demonstrate with these small gifts is that I know you, I understand you, and what's important to you. Number 8, focus on the small details. That's where God is. God is in the details. Little thing I've done as a speaker forever, and this for all my speaker friends watching, I'm pretty sure 40%. 40% of the events that I get a year, because I'm a really easy guy to work with, 40% of the events I get a year come through referrals from existing people who've used me, and that leaves about 20% as prospecting and things I chase down. But while I'm flying around, I zero in on the little details, and one of the things I do is I always call the handler. I let them know when I've left my city, where I'm at in the hub thing. I let them know the weather is cool. I let them know I've landed. I let them know I'm there. I let them know I'll come in early to sound check if they need to see me, okay? The way I see it is the person who's booking me, the client, etc., they have 10 million things on their mind. I want to not be one of them. So if I can just alleviate a little bit of sacrifice on their part, it helps. And I'm telling you, I've had people say, yeah, Dennis, you are literally the only guy I work with that's as easy as you. I don't make people worry about my plane tickets, my car transportation. Dennis, do you need somebody to meet you at the elevator and walk you to the meeting room? No, I can get myself there. Worry about all the difficult guys. I'm the easy guy. Telling you, focus on the small details. That's where the magic is, okay? And number 9 is the last one. Don't always feel that your lists have to be 10. Sometimes 9 will do. Okay, the study was again from Spectrum Group, 2009, of ultra high net worth advisors. It was their report. There's a 47% chance that your next client is going to come from a relationship you already have? Are you focusing on the top 20%? Are you focusing on the details? And are you seeing them? Are you gaming them or seeing them? Like when I get the upgrade, I recognize you. We recognize who you are and what you mean to us in our business. And we recognize to a certain extent that you matter to us and we matter to you. That's what it's all about. Hey, everybody. These blogs are getting fun. So thanks so much for sharing them, by the way, and tuning in. I appreciate it. You're going to see me a few more times from this location. So hope you're well, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.
We hope you enjoyed the Serious Shift Blogcast. We would love any suggestions, feedback on topics, ideas, or challenges that may have you feeling stuck. Also, please leave a 5-star review wherever you are enjoying this content. It helps Dennis out tremendously. One last thing, if you would like to take your game to the next level, go visit SeriousShift.com and download for free our latest white paper. It will seriously begin to help you shift. On behalf of Dennis and the team, see you next episode.